This is my favorite place to come. This is my favorite place to come. Whenever I come to Georgia, I always come to the same place. I think because it's so peaceful. I don't know. I always come right here to the exact same bridge. I really do believe that too. Hey, dream, little boy. Something magical happens when you believe. Something so amazing. I do believe that too. Sometimes you just gotta find that special place. Okay, on me. Dream, little girl. Dreams are race to cars, yeah, yeah. Little girl, dreams of being a star. So dream. Something so magical happens when you believe. I don't know why it's always this particular part. I remember when before I moved back home to Ohio, I was in this exact same park just praying for guidance. I think God doesn't always show you. In fact, he never shows you the whole path. He just shows you little pieces, you know. If he showed you the whole thing, you wouldn't need faith because you'd already know what to do. Dream, dream. It's usually when you take those leaps of faith and you have absolutely no idea why or how. When you get those suddenly experiences, things that happen just out of the blue, you don't plan on it. You don't even know what's going to happen. I think that's when the miracles come. You know? He don't tell you the whole path. He don't let you know each step in advance. He just lights just a little bit at a time. Just a little bit at a time. Because I think he wants us to trust him, you know. Knowing that whatever he does or however he does it, it's going to be for our greater good. Hey, yeah. I think that's when amazing things really happen, when you just let go of control and you just say, you know what, God, I'm just going to walk one step at a time. I don't know what the future holds. I'm just going to walk one step at a time. I think that that's really, you know. This morning, when I came to Georgia, I wanted to go to church, you know. But the churches are not open yet. So God just inspired me to come and listen to the sermon, you know, in the park. And so I listened to the sermon. And then he just inspired me to, you know, to walk and just, you know, just share it with you. I don't know what's going to come out of this, because I never do. When I take these walks or I go live to say whatever God is leading me to say, I never know what's going to come out of it. I know it's not about seeing me, which is why you don't see me. It's something about this path, is what I'm assuming. Because that's the only thing that you can see, is this path. And you can't see the entire path. You can only see a little piece at a time. So I don't know what that means for anyone who may come across this live, but August is the month of new beginnings. You know, 8, that number 8. I've been hearing that number 8. And I've also been hearing, and I've heard it at least 3 times, and I'm one of the people who believe in, whenever you hear the same message from different entities that are not connected, that there's a meaning in that message. So the one thing I keep hearing, or that I've been hearing for the last couple of, well, really since yesterday or day before, is that whatever you let go of for God, he'll always give it back to you, but it'll be more than what you let go of. Like, whatever you let go of, trusting God, he'll always return it. But when he returns it, it's always to a greater capacity or greater level than it was when you released it. You know, whatever it is. Whatever it is. And usually it's something, you know, it's not easy to let go of things or people or situations or whatever, especially things that you hold dear to your heart. But whatever you do release, I guess that's kind of like what they call a sacrifice in a way. It's like you're sacrificing something that you hold dear, and you're trusting God with it. And in return for that sacrifice, God gives you back more than what you released, or to a greater capacity. You know, if you leave a home trusting God, the next home will be better. If you lose a car, something happens and you're trusting God, the next car will be better. If you leave a relationship, you know, and the relationship is not restorable, then the next relationship will be to a greater capacity. You leave a job, you know, and you're trusting God about that job, then the next job that he gives you is going to be better than the one that you released. Like, that is the thing. So when I was driving into Georgia yesterday, the biggest rainbow I have freaking seen in a long time, like, it was so bright. I actually recorded it. And the camera didn't even do justice for the magnitude of this rainbow. It was like almost like an arch. So I'm driving down the freeway, and it starts raining. I'm like, oh Lord, because this has been a rainy summer. So I'm driving, and I remember in my prayer time, God just telling me that he's going to give me confirmations when I reach Georgia. This is what about different things I've been praying about or whatever, of the promise and different things, private things. So I'm driving, and the weather was pretty cool. But when I got into Georgia, it started like raining really, really hard. And I'm like, oh Lord. But then it slowed down, and all of a sudden there was this, when I say that rainbow was so freaking bright, like the colors, even my son Joshua was just like, Ma, you see that? I'm like, I know, right? And it was almost like an arch, like it went from one side, because with a freeway, it's like, you got your 4 lanes on this side, and then you got your 4 lanes going in the opposite direction on the interstate. The rainbow reached from one side of the freeway all the way over past the other side, almost like an arch, like I was driving through, almost like driving through a gate or something. Like that's how it was, like, or like when you go to like Cedar Point or Kings Island or, Six Flags or something like that, and you have to drive through, like, say, a sign that's like an arch that's over, the entrance into the park or something like that. That's kind of like the feeling of that big giant rainbow that I drove through on my way to Georgia. So deep. I know there's going to be some type of meaning for why I'm here. I'm positive about that. There's a purpose and a reason beyond what my reason is. And I'm thinking that there are a lot of other people who are also entering into times in their life in this month. Changes, new beginnings, things of that nature. And there's going to be something about August that's going to, stand out. There's going to be something that's going to happen in August or before the end of August that's going to, I feel like, stand out in people's mind, or be the beginning of new seasons, or the changes of things, or it's going to be something like that. That's what I'm feeling in my spirit right now. But we never get to see the whole situation. Like, we don't know what the whole plan is. You can only see a little bit of the path at a time. That's what walking in faith means. Walking in faith means stepping out and not really knowing what's ahead, but just trusting God and understanding that he's only going to reveal to you what you need to see or what you need to know.